Hi there. So glad I caught you at home. My name is Claire Beeman and I'm a scenic designer and painter here at the Playhouse at White Lake. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this flat surface look like bricks. So I have two paint colors here, burnt umber and raw sienna. I'm going to mix them together with two paintbrushes in what's called a scumble. Let's get started. So the paint I'm using here is not just any paint. It's in fact scenic paint, specifically formulated for use in theater. This is called Roscoe Off-Broadway Scenic Paint. And the beauty of this is that even though it's a little bit more expensive, you can thin it out, and 1 gallon can go for miles and miles. Very exciting. So notice how I'm moving my brush in X's, which creates an interesting texture for the eye. So the colors that I'm using here aren't just random colors. What you want to do is find a picture of some bricks that you like and look for colors that kind of match those. So what I've done here is I've made marks every 3 inches along all sides of the flat so I can begin to paint in my mortar lines. So now I've mixed together my mortar color. It's a combination of ultramarine blue, raw sienna, and a red, and a little bit of white. So I've got a stick laid down here, just where my marks are, and I'm going to take this brush and paint just along that. Might want to go in and touch it up in a couple spots here. And there's one done. So we can move down to our next little marks that we marked out earlier. And paint again. So one of the beautiful things about scenic painting is that it doesn't have to be perfect. We tend to use what we call the 30-foot rule, where we look at the paint from 30 feet away, because that's where the audience is. And we're back. So we're going to start painting in the vertical lines. The important thing to remember is to only do every other brick. And there you have it. So one of the beautiful things about theater is that it's a collaborative art form, and there's so many little moving parts that make the whole. And as a scenic artist, I am always happy to be a part of it. So now we're ready with our shadow color. I have our same burnt umber from earlier mixed together with ultramarine blue. So I'm going to take this and paint on every single brick a shadow. Just like that on every single brick. I'm going to get a little more paint on my brush. And we go in with the verticals. And there's that, 1 row of bricks. See how easy that is? So you'll notice that I'm holding the paintbrush at the end of the handle. This is because you don't need to apply that much pressure and just let the weight of the paintbrush do its thing. The bristles act as shock absorbers. Great, and we're all done. On to highlights. And we're back with our highlight color, which is raw sienna mixed with white. So just like the opposite of the shadows, we're gonna go in on every brick and highlight it. And there you have it. You'll notice how I'm not using a lining stick for these parts of the bricks. And that's because bricks aren't perfect. Boop. Boop. So as you can see, I've laid out all 3 colors that we have left, as well as some water. And what we're gonna do is just take our brush and throw some paint at our bricks. This is called spatter. Lots of little dots, and creates a lot of interesting texture and movement to the piece. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.